France is expected to discuss immigration Wednesday in Juarez. There is little debate that the U.S. immigration system is flawed, but little agreement on how to fix it. Tonight we're looking at where things stand today and why so many believe an overhaul of our system is long overdue. It's tonight's special report.
And everything. So I always like the States, always. I mean, everything. So yeah, it's something that I always wanted to do.
So a dream come true?
Yeah, definitely.
But a dream that took you a lot of years.
Yeah.
How many years?
14 years to be a U.S. citizen.
Miguel Chacon isn't unique. He came here as a student, got his degree, a work permit, and ultimately his citizenship after marrying his girlfriend.
At times, I wanted to quit, to be honest with you. I wanted to be just like a green card holder. But then my wife was the one that always was cheering me up to continue to pursue my dream to be a U.S. citizen.
Comprehensive immigration reform is always thrown out, and we haven't had that. And well, we haven't had that since I've been alive, and I'm 51. So.
UTEP project director Victor Manjarez was the Border Patrol sector chief for El Paso and Tucson.
Going back to my background is in the security field, I want to know who's coming in. That's the biggest thing.
Well, yeah, let's go.
And the way you do that is you get them to go to a port of entry or an airport, where they present themselves, whatever documents the government will accept.
Each of the last 4 years, the U.S. has issued more than 460,000 visas, with 531,000 being issued in 2015. 40% were issued to people from Asia, followed by North America. Mexico had the most visas granted with more than 82,000. That's more than double the next closest country, China. Richard Dayu, president of the Greater El Paso Chamber of Commerce, fears our economy is suffering.
I think it's very safe to say that our current immigration policies are extremely detrimental to the U.S. economy and American companies. Very much so.
In fiscal year 2015, a majority of visas were issued to immediate relatives. Only 4% were for employment.
They're the best and brightest across the globe, but they can't stay because they can't get a work visa because of our current policies. So they're sent back to their countries of origin, and we have lost that opportunity.
The counter to that would be, but these people come over here and they steal American jobs.
But they aren't stealing American jobs. When you start to talk to the farmers and the ranchers who are dealing with their challenges of trying to get their products to market, they'll tell you they can't hire people in the U.S., though they don't want the jobs. We don't have enough graduates to fill all the positions across the country. The big tech companies are scrambling.
The Greater El Paso Chamber is also affiliated with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the Texas Association of Businesses.
We're pretty much, not 100%, but pretty much unified in what needs to get done. So we don't have an issue. The only issue seems to occur in Congress.
And Congress seems paralyzed on immigration reform until the border is secured. What does that mean?
Border security does not mean it's going to be a zero tolerance, zero intrusions. It's really crazy. You know, you don't ask a chief of police or a sheriff to have zero crime. We ask for risk mitigation to bring it down.
Miguel remains proud to call himself a U.S. citizen.
I have a lot of friends from all over the world, and they always ask me if the United States is still the land of opportunities, and I always say, yeah, it's still. America has been the land of opportunity.
Despite it taking you almost 15 years.
It's worth it. It is definitely worth it. America has a lot to offer.
Opponents of increased legal immigration will point toward people overstaying their visa. A recent government study found that 40% of the 11 million undocumented immigrants in the country remained here after their visa expired, and at this time, we have no way to track them down.
Today, Pope Francis was in Mexico's southernmost state, one of the poorest in the country. Chiapas borders Guatemala, where many of the Central Americans who cross into the U.S. illegally begin their journey.